Hello, my name is Zachary McKeown, and I'm a Senior Legislative Associate with the Connecticut Conference of Municipalities. I wanted to go over some labor legislation that will most likely be introduced for consideration in the 2022 legislative session and how it will impact you locally. We're expecting to see multiple pieces of legislation that would change the workers' compensation system. One in particular that affects municipalities and was recommended by a legislative task force formed to study this issue would be to adopt legislation that would establish a rebuttable presumption that if a professional firefighter contracts cancer, it is job-related. This unfunded state mandate would significantly expand the workers' compensation system and would vastly increase the costs the municipality would have to pay. Unfortunately, CCM or any local official were not invited to take part in this new task force, although there has been a long history on this proposed legislation. CCM spearheaded negotiations in 2016 involving all stakeholders to create the Firefighter Cancer Relief Account, which would provide wage replacement benefits to firefighters diagnosed with cancer as an alternative to establishing a costly presumption under the workers' compensation system. In addition, encourage for aggressive prevention measures for firefighters to follow. Municipalities are hoping to once again be engaged in negotiation, and although municipal input has not been solicited thus far, municipalities have always been willing to find a solution that benefits all stakeholders. We also intend to see other workers' compensation proposals that could have financial implications on municipalities, including expanding PTSI workers' compensation coverage and prohibiting pension offsets in regards to certain workers' comp payments. Depending on the formal language and how expansive these changes are, will determine the financial implications on the municipality. Some other pieces of legislation we expect to see include proposals that address essential workers in the COVID-19 pandemic. Last year, the state created the COVID-19 Relief Fund, which covers lost wages, out-of-pocket medical expenses, and burial costs tied to COVID-19, which occurred between March 10th, 2020 and July 20th, 2021. The fund directly targets essential workers affected by COVID-19 and had to go to work, when most others worked remotely. Think about your first responders, your grocery store workers, healthcare workers, to name a few. We expect there to be legislation to address issues regarding COVID-19, such as hazard pay or hero pay, and any changes regarding to that COVID-19 relief fund. Depending on those details and where the funding comes from, there could be an impact to both municipalities and its employees. As session continues, CCM will advise legislators and stakeholders on the local impact of those proposals and when formal language is released. In the meantime, we encourage you to visit our website at ccm-ct.org for more information on the organization. Thanks for your time.